Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 7th edition of the 30 Hours of Campillos here in Andalusia, Spain, KartCenter Campillos. We are 7.5 hours into Europe's longest and toughest go-kart race. My name is Henry Baudet. Joining me, as always, is Christy Jimenez. And we also have a guest commentator for this stint, Yusuf bin Suhail. But Christy, we've been out in the paddock doing lots of interviews. Since we left the YouTube stream last time, nothing has really changed. PF Racing, with Nicholas Kruger behind the wheel, continue to lead over John Del Valle at the Level Up Go-Kart Orella Cuesta team by 22 seconds, with Switzerland's Iris Pro team running in P3. Well, you're looking on screen, some of the battles going on. There are our race leaders. Nicholas Kruger just lapping the number 25 kart. That is Neo Desperada Racing. But, of course, we've got a driver up here in the commentary box. Yusuf bin Suhail is driving for the number 37 Teesside Urban 1. Teesside Urban 1 team, running 15th overall at the moment. But Yusuf, as the viewers would have seen, things haven't quite gone as smoothly for you as the team, but for you personally, as you would have liked, because you received a penalty earlier for just a fraction. That pit stop was a little bit quick, only 1 minute too quick.
Well, first of all, Henry, thank you so much for having me up here. Yes, I was a little bit too quick out of the blocks. I always say that the making of a great racing driver is how good are your excuses. I've got a long list, but I won't bore you with them. I was just so excited to get out onto the circuit. But no, what it was is you stop before the, essentially the pit exit line, and you can leave that after 2.5 minutes. So you want to get a nice running start so you carry lots of momentum when you get over the line. We were playing with it, because when do we want to go? Is it 2:27, 2:26? So after a few stints, we kind of figured out a good moment. And I'm counting down the numbers. I'm seeing 23, 24, 20, and I'm like, go! And I completely forgot it was 125 and not 225.
Yeah, you know, that's what we speculated, Christy. We've spined down to the pit lane. We've seen the blue numbers. You've got your kart number, then you've got the blue numbers. You were looking at the seconds, not looking at the minutes.
Ahora sí que no me escuchabais, perdonadme. Bueno, pues aprovechábamos que teníamos aquí a Yusuf, uno de los miembros de Teesside Urban 1, Que antes ha sido protagonista. ¿Por qué ha sido protagonista? Pues ¿recordáis ese minuto y medio de penalización que sufrió uno de nuestros pilotos? Pues él es el protagonista. Especulábamos, Henry y yo, que podía ser porque posiblemente estaba mirando los segundos y no el minuto. Es decir, el tío estaba aquí focus mirando que pasara los 30 segundos para poder salir a pista. Y en vez de salir en 2 minutos y medio, salió en 1 minuto y medio. Pero bueno, no pasa nada porque esa penalización, pues bueno, ha sido 1 minuto y medio que le han echado después y han tenido que apretarse el cinturón un poquito dentro del circuito. No pasa nada, son cosas que pasan. Bueno, penalizaciones peores tuvimos el año pasado, como la penalización que tuvo el equipo de John del Valle de 2 minutos. Y ojo, que pasado el fin de semana lo recuperaron todo y no hubo ningún tipo de inconveniente ahí. Así que ahí está la explicación y ahí escuchamos a Josep cuál ha sido las causas de ese olvido, que ha sido básicamente estar super focus dentro de la pista. Así que, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Cosas que pasan dentro del circuito. Pero bueno, vamos a continuar, que aquí Josep es el protagonista y el que quiere coger esta tarde el micro, y le cedo la palabra a Henry, a él.
Yes, indeed, an easy mistake to make. Now, we look down at the race leaders. So now, Youssef, you are on track, so you can talk us round. Nicholas Kruger, there he is. Talk us round a lap here from the driver's point of view. What are you doing?
Well, first of all, you're hoping that you've got a driver to push you along, and Nicholas has got exactly that, completely flat through this first sequence of corners, and then you have to trail brake it to the apex, try to pull it all the way over to the left and open up this right. This is probably the most important exit on the entire circuit because you carry that speed all the way down the hill into one of the trickiest parts of the circuit. You've got this downhill braking zone that just invites you to brake as late as you can, but a bit of sense comes in. You brake a little bit earlier, you try to open up that corner, maybe use a bit of curb. See some drivers, they actually go all the way out over the rumble strip. We were looking at a few videos trying to figure out what was best. Then at the end of this back straight, nice and early onto the brakes, get an early apex and let that car all the way out. Don't touch the rumble strips, drag it back over to the left, and then you've got this double right-hander, completely flat. But what's the right line? Well, a lot of drivers like to hold it in about the middle of the circuit. On exit, some drivers all the way tight. And then you've got this really long right-hander where you're kind of braking as you let the kart out and then back in. Again, kart all the way out on the exit. And this corner is so tricky. I can't get it right to save my life. You hit the curb somewhere around there. The kart comes all the way out. You carry speed. I'm about 5 kart lengths back coming out of the corner. And then you cross the line and, well, you go very fast if you're Kruger.
Brilliant, thank you. Yusuf, now you've got to do it in Spanish because Christy's not driven around here before. No, I'm only joking. That is.
No, joking, no, just do it. No.
We're watching this, Christy. This is the second year you've been here. The paddock activities, a lot of friendly faces. What have you learned in the last 12 months about karting? Because you now do a lot of the Paquetes Cup events in Spain, and you're starting to get to know the drivers and the teams a lot more.
Well, están preguntándome los chicos aquí, como estáis escuchando desde casa, porque Josep, que le encanta comentar este tipo de carreras también, no solamente las comenta, las corre. Entonces, pues teníamos ese punto de vista de Josep de saberse muy bien el circuito porque ha estado todo el día corriéndolo. Entonces explicaba pues esas subidas y bajadas, esas curvas que tenían y cómo se aprovecha el kart y el seguir a los compañeros, cómo se aprovecha cada curva, cómo se aprovecha acercarse al piano, en fin, explicando un poquito más en detalle esa parte técnica. Y después Henry me estaba preguntando, que este es mi segundo año aquí con ellos, ayudando pues en esas entrevistas y comentando, y también conociendo un poco desde dentro a los equipos, no solamente las 30 horas, he conocido a muchos de vosotros, de esos pilotos que han participado durante todo el año en Campillos, en la Paquetes Cup, en la AKS, etcétera, y que le comentaré un poquito pues mi punto de vista básicamente. Henry, for me this second year is completely different because obviously I know right now a lot of the drivers.
Yes.
They try to explain me things about the technical side of the circuit as well, but they are focusing other kind of explanations. maybe in the jokes, maybe in the feelings, and maybe in another stuff that is more interesting for them.
Yes.
To explain me.
Yes, they're just trying to be friendly, make friends, what have you. Now, on our screens, you can see it is 5:42 p.m. local time. The sun is getting a little bit lower in the sky. Now, this is going to create visibility problems, isn't it, Yusuf? As a driver now, your teammate who is out on circuit, Jack Morris, is behind the wheel of your kart. What will Jack be experiencing with the sun getting lower?
En este caso, Henry está explicando que son ya las 5:30 de la tarde, que el sol está bajando y bueno, esto puede causar algo de dificultad en nuestros pilotos, en nuestros corredores, porque al ponerse enfrente, pues en algunos puntos del circuito, algo puede deslumbrar y puede llegar a resultar incómodo. Y le pregunto a Yusef, como conductor, como piloto que está siendo de nuestras 30 horas, para que nos comente un poco su punto de vista.
I did make a mistake. Jack Morris is driving in the Teesside Urban 2 kart. They are 17th. Of course, Teesside Urban were a little bit further down because they spent 90 seconds sitting in the pits after your penalty. Sorry, Yusuf. So, so James Miller is behind the wheel. What is he going to be doing?
Well, hopefully he'll be leaving the pits at the right time and not too late. And I will say 30-second penalty. The 1 minute was just to get me back to the 2:30. So I have only single-handedly so far cost my team 40 seconds of penalties. So I think I'm doing a very good job at the moment. But as the kind of sun comes down and the lights are going to come up, one thing a lot of drivers do is you've got to put those clear visors on, which is really annoying because the sun's coming down and it's right in your eye, which is when you really want those tinted visors. So first of all, try not to get blinded by the sun and just keep on doing what you've been doing all race long, really.
Bueno, nos explicaba Josep acerca de la penalización que le han dado, los segundos, que no han sido exactamente el minuto y medio lo que llevan de demora, ¿no? Que realmente creo que son unos 40 segundos los que llevan aproximadamente, o algo así nos ha estado explicando. Y también pues que cuando el sol baja, lo único que pueden hacer es tratar de no quedarse ciegos básicamente con ese sol de frente y seguir empujando y continuando con la carrera.
Now, we are looking on our screen. The number 21 car, that is the LSK Racing team. They are quite a ways down the order in 29th position. And they are running in slipstream with the red and blue, green race suit of team number 3, the Asphalt Knights. The Asphalt Knights are running in 8th position. Now, let's take you through pit stops. So, PF, quick cough, that's all right. PF Racing, Level Up Go-Karts, Orilla Cuesta, Iris Pro, Benekarts, Prime Team 4. They are the leading 5 karts. They have all, Benekart are in 4th place. They have done 7 pit stops. So the top 4 teams have done 7 pit stops. And then 2 laps down in 5th is Prime Team 4, Sally's Pro, Neo Motorsport, the Asphalt Knights, NRG Igora Drive, and rounding out the top 10 are Mold Racing. They've all done 8 pit stops.
Bueno, estaba explicando Henry un poco cómo va ahora esa parrilla, pero teniendo en cuenta las paradas que llevan nuestros chicos en la pista, nuestros chicos y chicas. En este caso, casi todos han hecho ya esas 8 paradas y nuestras cabezas, de momento hasta Benikar, PF Racing, Level Up, Iris y Benikar, han hecho 7 paradas, 7 pit stops.
So we're looking at LSK and the Asphalt Knights. And of course, now Yusuf, if you are driving for the LSK racing team, you're the first driver. What are you hoping the driver behind does to help you?
So when you have a driver behind you, the main essential hope that you have is that they're going to keep on pushing you throughout that lap through every single corner. Now, where you don't want to get pushed is going into those braking zones when you're trying to get the traction. Just as you get on the power, if you get a little bump there sometimes it unsettles you. But everywhere else is fine. All through that first sector, they're all flat out corners, so you can have someone pushing you all the way up the hill.
Estaba preguntando Henry, pues que en este caso, si tiene por ejemplo el coche 21 y va en esa posición, ¿cómo utilizan esos empujes? ¿Cómo utilizan dentro de la pista ese seguimiento que se hacen unos a otros? Y Joseph explicaba pues su parte como piloto, básicamente.
And now, Yusuf, you are now in the seat of, say, the number 24 kart there, Mould Racing. You are the second driver. You are doing the pushing. How differently are you driving when you're trying to push somebody rather than get pushed by them?
Está explicando cuál sería el comportamiento cuando tratas de empujarlo, a diferencia de cuando tratan de seguirte a ti.
So when you're pushing, there's a little bit more to think about, because you don't want to be, what we'd say, loading them into a corner. Now, usually I find that I have to brake a little bit earlier, but so far today, I've been able to brake and just stay right on the back of the kart in the braking zone, which has been quite useful. And you'll see that with these two, that even when they go into the braking zone, there's not a big gap that forms between them, which means that when you come out of the corner, you're right behind them and you're ready to push them again.
Pues básicamente lo que comenta es que en el caso de estar, veíamos por ejemplo en el circuito uno de nuestros coches justamente salvando esas diferencias, ¿no? Para seguir empujando un poquito más rápido y a veces simplemente aprovechar la inercia justa para empujar, pero no para molestar al piloto de delante.
Now, you just saw on your screens the number 31 team leaving pit lane. That is Pig Ventolera. We talk about the characters in this paddock, the teams that we met. Now, Pig Ventolera, they have a mascot. Obviously, it's a pig. Last year, the pig was extremely naughty, especially with Christy, because Christy it was her first time in a karting paddock, and the pig on the team, Pig Ventolera, told Christy some porky pies, some lies. So we have taken revenge this year, and we have the pig.
Yes, exactly. He tried to lie me last year, but we are not going to let them this year do the same.
No, we are not.
Definitely no. We know that they know that Pig is with us. He is good care.
At the moment he's okay, although I'm getting peckish and I want my dinner, and I quite fancy roast pork for dinner.
Pues de momento lo que estábamos comentando es que pues Pig Ventolera acaba de hacer un cambio dentro del circuito y ahora tenemos a Pig Ventolera con nosotros aquí. Y por supuesto, solo podemos decir que está ahí.
There we are.
Hola Pig, saluda.
There we go. So, we know you're watching Pig Ventolera. If you want to know the story behind the pig, please go to KartCenter Campillos on Instagram, follow Chris Jimenez, myself, Henry Baudet, and you will find out the story. But Pig Ventolera, we have your pig. If you don't pay the ransom, he might be dinner. Thank you.
Básicamente, Pig Ventolera, aquí está bien cuidado vuestro cerdito con nosotros, pero eso sí, estad muy atentos a las historias de Instagram porque posiblemente iremos dando noticias de los pasos a seguir si queréis volver a verlos.
I know, there we are. So, out on track now, we're watching, so nothing has changed on track. None of the leading teams have made another pit stop. Nicholas Kruger has been on track for 44 minutes. Jean Del Valle, who has only managed to close the gap by 1 second during this stint in the double defending champion kart. Looking on our screens, team number 7, the warm-up pro racing team from Portugal. They are currently 20th. So actually, they're the team that are in front of your team, Yusuf, on the circuit. Just checking to see the gap. The gap. Oh, Michael Grebe has gone out in your car, so you've dropped back a little bit now.
Yeah, so I think with the pit stop, we've gone. Where exactly have we fallen down to? Oh, we're down in 28th. Oh no. I don't know if we've had an extra pit stop or so, because I think we were running about 21st before. So maybe the pace has dropped off a bit, and we'll be back fighting though soon enough. Don't you worry, Henry. But yeah, we need to do a bit of that pushing going on to help us out a little bit.
Now, as we watch Mould racing in kart number 24. No, that isn't Mould racing. That is the second. That's Mould Racing Sport. There are two teams from Moldova. Both have got the bright, luminous yellow race suits. They are chasing down on track the number 36 kart, and the number 36 machine is Paul Swan behind the Teesside Academy. That's the Teesside Academy team, I believe. Teesside Academy are down in 42nd position at the moment. The team that's made the most pit stops are team number 13. They've been routed to the bottom of the scoring, timing and scoring pylon for probably 7 hours now. That is the number 13 team. Is it Fuerza K? They are 40 laps off the lead, but they have done 12 pit stops.
Pues estábamos comentando aquí cómo van también esos equipos que tenemos en la cola. Veíamos en pantalla uno de los equipos de Moldava que estaba en el puesto número 39, que tenía, pues nuestro chico, 38, con un total de 9 paradas de pit stop que ha hecho, y que sacando unas, a ver que vea por aquí bien, unas 8 vueltas aproximadamente, creo que son. Y en el caso de nuestro último equipo, en el puesto número 48, nuestros chicos llevan 41 vueltas en comparación de diferencia con nuestra cabeza ahora mismo dentro del circuito PF Racing.
Now, we're getting into the early evening. Christy, a lot of the drivers spoke to us out there that it's the evening when the track gets more grippy, when the air cools down a bit, and the cooler air gives the 4-stroke Honda engines a little bit more breathing, and it gives them a little bit more power.
Pues nos explicaba Henry que dentro de unas horitas, cuando el sol caiga, el suelo pues estará un poquito, la temperatura bajará y será el momento de más agarre seguramente de nuestro circuito, y podremos ver lucirse a nuestros pilotos.
So as a driver and as a team, Yusuf, you will want obviously to have a quick driver out at the time of day where the track is at its quickest, and you've got to hope that at that time you've got a go-kart that your whole team are happy with.
Con Josep estaba preguntando aquí Henry precisamente que para ese momento seguramente serán felices el piloto al que le toque coger el kart, y que bueno, que contar un poquito.
So it's really interesting that you mention that, because we as a team, we've been doing a lot of thinking about this. We've done lots of karting in England, but never in Europe, and the temperatures are much hotter here. So it's something brand new for us to think about, and we were doing a fair bit of testing on Thursday and Friday, and once we got to about 4 p.m. and the track got a lot hotter, we actually noticed that the driving style changed just because of how hot the circuit was.
Está explicando Josep que ellos, por ejemplo, en este caso suelen entrenar en Inglaterra, y aunque llevan muchos circuitos a sus espaldas, incluso por Europa, pues el tiempo cambia y es muy diferente al tiempo que han encontrado aquí en Campillos. Ellos llegaron durante la semana para poder hacer los entrenamientos en pista y el jueves ya se dieron cuenta de que ese calor que desprende nuestro circuito por la temperatura pues hace completamente diferente la conducción dentro de la pista.
So as a result, we've had to do two types of thinking for this race. One is who's quicker in clockwise versus anti-clockwise, and who's quicker in hot versus not as hot. But it's as you were mentioning, we have to kind of think about, right, the track conditions are like this, how do we have to drive around that? And sometimes it's not about having the quickest driver in at that point, but the driver who is most comfortable in those conditions.
Pues ahí una de las, como equipo, marcaron dos estrategias diferentes a pensar, porque no era solamente quién es más rápido en un sentido y quién es más rápido en el otro sentido, sino también quién se sentía más cómodo con el circuito de una forma u otra. Y entonces, pues ahí han estado valorando esas estrategias a hacer como equipo. Si es que aquí hay que pensarlo todo, por supuesto.
News from pit lane. John Del Valle is the first of our lead four to come in and make their 8th pit stop. So, team number 1, Level Up, Go-Kart Orella Cuesta are in the pit lane. There is the replacement driver going out. That looks like it will be, we'll get a name check on that driver. Fran Ramirez has yet to drive the number 1 kart, so they're saving Fran for anti-clockwise.
You are sure then that they are going to keep Fran for the anti-close?
Unless he's getting in the go-kart right now, I would assume that he's going to do, if not all his stints anti-clockwise, the vast majority.
Bueno, nos comentaba Henry aquí precisamente que hemos visto a John Del Valle hacer el cambio y que posiblemente lo que están haciendo la estrategia de Level Up, que van en segunda posición, es reservarse a Fran Ramírez para esa mayoría de stints en el sentido inverso del circuito.
Now, as well, the fact of how tall or how heavy a driver is plays into which direction you go around the track in. Now, currently, you are going uphill through turn 1, and you'll keep going uphill all the way to turn number 8. There are a couple of corners, slow corners, that have a hill coming out of them. Now, if you're a heavier driver or a taller driver, that puts you at a disadvantage. Which direction suits a driver who is, say, taller or maybe a little bit heavier than the others?
So it's a very interesting question. There's a lot of physics that goes into it, and I'll give the TLDR answer first here, which is I don't really know, but essentially the difference boils down to you're looking at, as you mentioned, those kind of uphill stretches. On the clockwise layout, you've got that uphill stretch when you're pretty much already at top speed, whereas when you have the anti-clockwise layout, you've got that uphill stretch coming out of a slower speed corner. So I'm not sure where a heavier driver would face more of a disadvantage. Is it coming out that slow speed corner, or is it when you have reached the top end of the go-kart?
So I was not completely incorrect. It is Juan Sanchez James who has gone back out for Level Up Go-Kart Orella Cuesta, not Fran Ramirez. So Ramirez remains in the pit lane, relaxing, chillaxing, as it were. And they have dropped to 3rd position. Bennett Karts are also in the pit lane. Nicholas Kruger, he will be in the pits, out of the race lead within the next 3 minutes. And actually, Iris Pro, team number 11, they're 30 seconds off the lead, but they, and I think it is Siebert in the kart for Iris Pro, they've still got 12 minutes on track before they can make it to the pit stop. So the Swiss team will take the lead when Kruger pits.
Pues estaba explicando aquí Henry quién tenemos todavía en esos pit lane. Efectivamente, desde Level Up, perdón, a ver, vale, no ha sido Fran, bueno, Fran Ramírez sigue ahí guardado, reservado, como decíamos. Es Julián, creo, el que está de Level Up ahora mismo dentro de la pista. Nicolás Krüger está esperando en ese pit lane también. Y decíamos que todavía le quedan 11 minutos por delante a los chicos de Eirik Pro para hacer ese cambio. Están en su 7ª vuelta. Vamos a ver cómo cambia esa segunda posición que tienen, que seguro va a cambiar, obviamente, en el momento en el que ellos también bajen del kart.
Yeah, it is. It's Verifale Siebert behind the wheel of Iris Pro. Verifale Siebert, he's been out there. Well, he's done an hour's driving. So we had a shorter pit stop. Now the leader is in. The leader is coming in. So Iris Pro, we will try and pick up kart number 11 on the circuit. So the number 30 PF Racing kart is in the pits, and the number 11 Iris Pro kart is about to take over the race lead. Side by side on the track. Yusuf, how tempting is it to battle with drivers on the circuit? But of course, every racing driver comes up behind a go-kart, wants to pass it. You can't do that in this race. You have to work together.
Pues en este caso Henry le pregunta a Joseph su experiencia de cómo es correr en un circuito donde tienes que básicamente trabajar con el resto de pilotos y no hacer esos adelantamientos a lo mejor que no se pueden hacer.
Well, there is Christian Duvan just getting out of his kart. He's going to be the new driver for PF Racing. Now, I'm not quite sure why he's choosing to get out of his kart. Normally, the drivers stay seated, maybe communicating that he's seen or he knows which driver got out. I'm not quite sure why that is. Yusuf, what do you make of it?
So it could just be a little quick chat with the team about something they want to do with the strategy, maybe something he's uncomfortable with. He's got his display on and everything, so I presume he was just going to have a little chat. Could be about anything really, but probably something strategy related.
Back to the track now. This is kart number 14 we're looking at. That is the second of the Level Up Go-Kart Orella Cuesta teams. They have been in and around. They did a little bit of leading, but they've been in and around the top 10. They've actually, they've dropped. They're in 10th place at the moment, but they're the leading team who has made 9 pit stops so far.
Pues estaba Henry explicando cómo está ahora la parrilla, pero teniendo en cuenta que los pit stop que llevan, esto va a cambiar seguramente. Ahora mismo llevan la mayoría 9 paradas y vamos a ver los chicos de Orihuela qué es lo que hacen cuando termine esos últimos intercambios.
Yusuf, talk about difference in driver ability. There are some of the best. In fact, John Del Valle, for example, he is this year's rental kart world champion. He won that award. He won that title in Germany earlier this year. You've got the leading, most of the winners from the Saudi World Series International Final Endurance Race who are here. So we've got some of the best rental kart racers in the world competing in this race. We've also got drivers that just do this for fun, and so there is a difference in the level of ability.
Pues está explicando Henry que dentro de nuestro circuito tenemos a los mejores pilotos del rental kart, que muchos de ellos lo hemos visto en la Saudi World Series, dándolo todo en este circuito también este verano, y tenemos auténticos campeones dentro del circuito. Y a la misma vez también tenemos a muchos de estos pilotos que están haciendo pues esta carrera for fun, y hay una diferencia bastante grande entre ellos.
honestly, it's been really impressive and quite eye-opening as well, just to see the level of talent that is here at this event. There are so many really, really quick teams, and teams that have many quick drivers in them as well. I think one of the biggest challenges for us and our other urban teammates is the fact that when you have karting tracks in Europe, and pretty much wherever you go in Europe, they tend to be very open. Whereas in the UK, with the exception of maybe one or two tracks, but even the likes of PFI, they're much narrower, which means that the style of driving is completely different. And that's been, I think, the main thing that we've been trying to understand and adapt to.
Pues está explicando aquí, Josep, cómo se han tenido que adaptar tanto ellos como su equipo que viene también desde Reino Unido, porque la forma de correr allí es muy diferente a cómo se hace aquí. Entonces es algo que han tenido que ir adaptando a ambos equipos para poder correr en este circuito y también para tener la mentalidad muy abierta. Igualmente son personas que valoran muchísimo poder estar en un circuito pues con los mejores del mundo, porque es que es un circuito muy abierto que acoge aquí a todos.
Well, there is your race leader, Iris Pro, Mr. Siebert behind the wheel in kart number 11, and you'll see him in that white, blue and luminous yellow race suit coming through. He now leads, or Verafale Siebert, to give him his full title. They are the only kart on the lead lap at the moment. Christian Duvan has retained second place, has remained in second place after his latest pit stop. This race, I have to say, is a lot more spread out than I thought it was going to be. But Iris Pro, I think that they're probably our sixth or seventh different team that have led this race. PF Racing have certainly led the vast majority.
Pues en este caso Henry estaba explicando, pues ahora tenemos a Iris en ese primer puesto, PF Racing está en ese segundo lugar, pero teniendo en cuenta que Iris en los próximos minutos tiene que hacer ese pit stop y cambiar de piloto y de kart. Vamos a ver cómo queda ahí la parrilla y a dónde se va Iris una vez que consuma ese pit stop.
So I just noticed something really cool while watching the number 11 going out on circuit. One of the things that we had heard a lot of teams do is they like to bring their seat really far forward. So you can see how hunched his legs are, and the driver's almost, on top of the steering wheel. And to me, that just looks like such a bizarre way to sit. If I sat in it, I just wouldn't be comfortable. But it makes a lot of sense for these cars, because by moving that driver forward, you've got less weight on the rear axle, which presumably helps the kart to turn a little bit better. So it's really interesting just to see how kind of cramped he is in that kart, and I guess it's a good thing the stint lengths are only 1 hour long.
Josep comentaba, ahora que está aquí con nosotros dentro de la cabina, viendo esta pantalla, ¿no? Ese streaming, viendo desde fuera cómo los pilotos cogen sus posiciones para intentar ser lo más rápido posible, pesar lo menos posible y aprovechar cada curva, cada recta, porque como vemos, algunos se montan prácticamente encima del volante, hacen unos dobleces con las piernas que puede resultar incluso incómodo, pero es que al final tiene sentido para coger esa aerodinámica dentro de la pista.
And again, that would head back to what we saw when Christy and I were in the pits. We have the red rope on the front of the seats that the driver was complaining about, getting Martin Roybers to push the seat forward to create, less weight over the rear axle is better. I've been looking for some battles on the circuit, and I have to say, we don't have a huge amount of battles for position going on. The best battle on track is actually is for 16th, 17th and 18th position. Nelson Desplat in kart number 49, that would be Track Limits Master. They are 2 seconds in front of PLK Endurance in kart number 32. LSK Motorsport, they were in between them, but they've now pitted. So that's pretty much the closest battle on circuit. They're 5 laps off the lead. Track Limits Master, kart number 49, PLK Endurance, kart number 32, separated by 2.5 seconds.
Pues Henry quería comentar algunas de las batallas que veíamos en el circuito. La verdad que no tenemos muchas, pero sí que se puede destacar quizás esos puestos 16, 17, 18, en los que encontramos sobre todo a los chicos de Track Limit, nuestros franceses, que están por aquí empujando y trabajando duramente en ese kart número 49, con los chicos de PLK Endurance, kart número 32. Mayormente es ahí donde estamos viendo esa batalla, esos empujes, porque se llevan muy poquitos segundos de diferencia uno y otro, pero muy poco.
Now let's have another little look down the full running order. Iris Pro lead, then PF Racing in second, the number 1 team in third, and Iris Pro in the pits now. So Iris Pro will be coming into the pits. We look at the second level up go-kart Aurelia Cuesta kart going across the line. Iris Pro make their 8th pit stop now.
Pues justo ahora Iris acaba de entrar al pit stop que debían hacer, que teníamos ahí pendiente para hacer su 9ª parada después de 340 vueltas. Vamos a ver ahora, después de estos 2 minutos y medio, cómo cambia la parrilla un poquito. También comentaba que veíamos en pantalla justo en el puesto 10º a los chicos de Go-Kart con ese dorsal 14. No sé quién estaba justamente ahí, no sé cuál de los pilotos, pero vaya, básicamente ahí están haciendo el cambio, lo podemos ver en pantalla del equipo de Iris. Así que en breve salen de nuevo y vemos cómo queda la parrilla.
So we're just seeing the number 11 in the pits and just going to run through what that driver has to do. So right now you can see them. Every driver has a wristband. They have to scan it. On the scanner there's a green check mark that will appear to let them know that they have been scanned. That means that it appears on the timing tower for the officials, up here in the commentators box as well. The officials will take the transponder and the number plate from the cart that's just come into the pit, move it onto the new cart. So all you have to do as a driver is just go with your seat insert, any lead, put that in the cart, jump in, and a lot of the teams will have, so this is Loic Martin who has got into the cart, they will have a phone or a Racebox Pro that they will attach to the steering wheel. You need to have a holder. We don't have one of those holders, so we're kind of looking around for what we can get, but you can see he's got the app up. That comes straight from the same live timing app that we use, and there is a mode on it that you can put it onto driver mode, where you get to see all of this information that is very, very useful when you're out on track.
Estaba explicando Josep, como vemos en pantalla ahora mismo, justo ahí tienen los chicos de Iris Racing ese móvil con toda la información para poder seguir el live timing de ellos, el tiempo de ellos. Estaba explicando lo útil que es llevarlo y también obviamente el equipo con esas locuciones radiofónicas que se van haciendo, dando información con ese live timing que vamos viviendo todos para que sepan exactamente cómo está sucediendo todo con el resto de pilotos.
Out goes Loic Martin. Now we will leave it a lap to readjust itself. I would assume that they would slot back into 3rd position, just behind Level Up, the number 1 kart, Level Up Go-Kart Aurelio Cuesta. Then what we'll do, we'll take you through the full running order. And then we'll bid you farewell, Yusuf, and we'll have a short break. Then we'll come back, we'll do a little bit more up here, and then we'll go back down into the pit lane. So, after, at 6:15, that would be 8 hours and 15 minutes into the race. Here is the full running order.
Bueno, vamos a hacer seguramente en breve un corte para irnos a esa zona del pit lane nuevamente. Llevamos 8 horitas por delante de estas 30 horas de endurance de Karting Campillos. queda todavía 22 horas casi de disfrute de esa carrera, de esa endurance. Cualquier cosa puede pasar, como siempre se sabe. Es verdad que tenemos una parrilla que se está moviendo relativamente poquito, pero pesos pesados dentro de la pista, muchas horas por delante y un sentido inverso que lo puede cambiar todo. Así que vamos a ver qué es lo que pasa y obviamente no os vayáis muy lejos después de este pequeño corte que vamos a hacer, porque os esperamos en el pit para seguir explicando cositas que están pasando dentro del circuito.
So here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, after 8 hours and 15 minutes of racing. Leading here in the 7th edition of the 30 hours of KartCenter Campillos, it is PF Racing, having done 342 laps. They are 29 seconds in front of kart number 11, Iris Pro. Just 1 second behind Iris Pro after the latest round of pit stops is the reigning double champions, level up go-kart Orella Cuesta. As I say that, the reigning champions make a move, take second place, but from Iris Pro, although Iris Pro have closed the gap on them during the last round of pit stops. In 4th position, also on the lead lap, 41 seconds behind the race leader, you have Prime Team 4, and the last kart on the lead lap in 5th position, Sally's Pro. 1 lap down in 6th position is the Asphalt Knights, followed by Panther Racing by Joba Technics in 7th, and then the number 42 team, the leading Masters team, running in 8th position overall, that's Bennett Karts. In 9th position, Level Up Go-Kart Orella Cuesta 2, and they are 2 laps down, with Neo Master by Ares Racing in 10th and Neo Motorsports in 11th. 12th overall, 3 laps behind the leader, number 2 Mold Racing, followed by Sally's Old Boys, and the number 7 Warm Up Pro Racing team. Behind Warm Up Pro Racing in 15th position, NRG Igora Drive. EscudellaCart.com are in 16th position, and the last team 3 laps behind the leaders, running in 17th place, are team number 18 KMRS Motorsport. Running in 18th position, 4 laps off the lead, Teesside Urban 1, the leading British team. Then it is the number 45 team of Ishing Auto Racing. 18th position is the number 37 team, Teesside Urban 1. And then, that's Teesside Urban 2. And then in 22nd position is the WRW Sport team. 5 laps off the lead. In 23rd position, Harama Fan Racing, followed by Mould Racing Sport, British Endurance Racing, Track Limits Master, PLK Endurance, LSK Motorsport, WRW, and Griesa Racing from Germany. They're in 30th position. In 31st position, 6 laps off the lead, we have the LSK Racing team, followed by Go-Kart Ciudad Quesada, then Team Stark, followed by Neo Desperaba Racing, and Track Limits by TFD. In 36th position are EDK Endurance, Team Peru, run 37th. In 38th position, 7 laps off the lead, Teesside Academy, followed by the Czech Republic team Choptrans Friend Kart. KK Racing round out your top 40 teams. In 41st place, 8 laps behind the leaders, are The number 41 team, no, sorry, I do apologise. It's the number 31 team, Pig Ventolera. And in 42nd position, 9 laps off the lead, team number 39, Vas Parat. The Martianos Racing Team run 43rd, and then 10 laps off the lead, in 44th position, team number 27, Need for Speed 7J. The Mamdi karting team are in 45th position, while in 46th is France's Drakkar Racing, 11 laps off the lead. The Amelia Racing team run in 47th position, they're 13 laps off the lead, whilst in 48th place, 42 laps behind the leader, bringing up the rear, team number 13, Fuerza K. That's your full rundown of 48 karts. Yusuf, well, what have you made of the experience so far? Your first Campillos 30 hours. 'Cause you missed the opening party last night. I believe you lot went out for a meal, didn't you?
We did. We did indeed. I didn't know there was an opening party. I didn't get told about it, Henry.
Well, there was. It's a thing called the schedule that the organisers very kindly put together for you.
I see where the issue is. Now, I've been very lazy for this event. We've got a team captain, Ocean. He's fantastic. He just tells me what to do, and I do it.
Oh, that's fair enough. I have the same relationship with Christina. She tells me where to go, and I just do what she tells me to. Yeah.
So, can we just agree to blame Ocean in this?
Yes, Ocean Bark. I blame you. Ocean Bark used to race. I remember commenting on Ocean Bark when he was in a cadet. I believe for Ambition Motorsport or BRK a long, long time ago.
It was a long time ago. I don't know who he raced with back then, but yeah, he used to do some Raurus and PKMs, Kim Bolton and Super One, and yeah, he used to be quite good or something. But yeah,
well, he's not very good at telling his teammates when to stay for the parties.
I know. Was there cake?
There was lots of Spanish versions of cake, and there was lots of music, and there was a 60-year-old man jumping around, raving in a race suit.
You?
I'm not 60 yet.
Sorry about that, Henry. But no, it's been an absolutely fantastic event, and there's been so much to kind of learn. Honestly, I could do a whole hour podcast about all of the stuff that we've learned coming into this event. But for us, we came in thinking about our experience from doing 24 hours in the UK. It's a lot more involved when we do pit stops, sending it really hard into the pit lane, trying to gain every second. So when we thought, oh, okay, there's a minimum pit time, it'll be easy. And then I decide to go and bottle it 2 times in a row. So I really like how this event is run, because there's less about doing pit stops and all of that right, and more about getting the stuff on track done right. So I've absolutely loved this race so far, and hopefully I'll still be in a happy mood about everything in however many hours are left.
Just a quick question. Do you stay at the circuit throughout the night?
Oh yeah, I'll be staying at the circuit all night.
Well, I tell you what, at about 1:30 this morning, when I go back to my very nice house with the rest of the media team, and Christina goes back to her very nice hotel in the centre of Campillos, we'll think about you here. And when we arrive back at the circuit tomorrow morning, fresh clothes, showered, looking nice, smelling nice, we will think about you again.
Well, I'll have you know, Henry, that after doing about 5 hours anti-clockwise, I'll also smell very nice.
Petrol?
Who knows? A
mixture indeed. Okay, Yusuf bin Suhail, thank you so much for coming up here. We'll speak to you again tomorrow.
Bueno, Henry estaba ahí comentando, pues lo primero de todo le ha preguntado a Josep, a nuestro chico, qué tal lo pasó anoche en esa fiesta que organizaron desde las 30 horas de Karting Campillos, que fue una fiesta alucinante. Por cierto, podéis ver ya esos highlights en Instagram si queréis ver un poquito de esa welcome party que se le dio aquí a nuestros pilotos y nuestros chicos y chicas. Y Josep comentaba que le encantó. ¿Por qué? Pues porque es algo diferente. Es algo, vimos a un hombre sesentón, dicen, dando saltos y tal. No nos referíamos a Henry, por supuesto que no. Henry es una persona joven, todavía muy vital, etcétera. No, pero sí que estuvo muy bien. Y se puso el foco en los pilotos para poder ver con quién ibas a estar codo a codo dentro del circuito. Algo pues que también es de agradecer, darle ese protagonismo a los pilotos que van a correr en el circuito. Y también hablábamos de que, bueno, esta noche haremos un pequeño parón, Henry y yo, y nos iremos a darnos una buena ducha, a descansar un poquito para llegar aquí mañana, pues, frescos, ¿no? Por así decirlo. Nuestros chicos dentro del circuito, pues, posiblemente mañana haya un olor a gasolina en el ambiente, ¿no? Porque no creo que puedan estar descansando demasiado, aunque bueno, visto lo que tienen liada en el paddock, entre las caravanas, los sofás chill outs que se han montado, etcétera, etcétera, estoy segura de que van a venir fresquísimos por la mañana cuando lleguemos aquí.
Now, of course, we were gently poking fun at Yusuf for his pit stop mistake earlier. However, he is by far not the only person. We're looking at kart number 15 here at the moment. That is Go-Kart Ciudad Quesada. Now, they made a different mistake. They exceeded the 1 hour maximum individual driver time. Their last driver was out on track for 1 hour and 25 seconds.
Pues comentábamos que mala noticia para los chicos de Go-Kart Ciudad Quesada, porque con ese dorsal 15 que tienen, hemos visto una penalización de nada más y nada menos que 2 minutos. Y es que ha pasado pues al contrario no, un poco como le pasó a Youssef. Lo que le ha pasado, estoy mirando aquí bien, es que ha estado en pista 1 minuto de más. Penalización, 2 minutos que se le suman en la siguiente parada.
Now that extra 25 seconds, it was just a miscalculation. They left their driver out 1 lap too long. That means they have a 2-minute penalty. That is a big penalty for just 1 lap miscalculation. That's a big penalty.
Pues sí, al final es una gran penalización, porque teniendo en cuenta que ahora mismo en la vuelta normal están haciendo 1 minuto 20 aproximadamente, en la vuelta contrarreloj están haciendo minuto 50 y algo, ya lo veremos luego. 2 minutos de penalización puede ser algo bastante complicado para el equipo. La verdad, es más de una vuelta que van a llevar de retraso.
So let's have a little look at what we're looking at on screen at the moment. The 2 karts coming into turn number 17. That would be, just check the numbers as they cross the line and go into turn number 1. The 35 and the 34. Well, kart number 35, that is Team Peru. I think that's Andreas Cardenas behind the wheel of the Team Peru machine. Yes, it is. And the number 34 kart behind them, that is Sally's Pro. Sally's Pro are running in a very impressive 5th position overall. So, Sally's Pro, and I'll just quickly check who is behind the wheel of the Sally's Pro. It's Victor Sparholt, the driver who started the race for Sally's, and he's pushing Andreas Cardenas along. I have to say, Team Peru, what an achievement for Team Peru to enter this race, to travel all the way from South America to be here with us. They are having a tough debut. I think it's safe to say they are running in, let me see where they are running at the moment. They are 37th overall. They have made 9 pit stops, several teams in front of them, have made 10 pit stops. So it's going to be a tough slog for Team Peru. There is the number 31. There are our friends at Pig Ventolera coming back in the pit lane. I have to say, don't forget, Pig Ventolera, we have your pig. There he is on the back of the race suit as Mr. Marin gets set to go out.
Pues ahí vemos en pantalla a Marín, uno de los compañeros del cerdito que lo tenemos aquí con nosotros. A ver, ¿qué vamos a decir? Si es que de momento está bien cuidado, pero seguimos esperando esas propuestas de rescate, la verdad.
We watch very shortly in a few minutes time. We will be we're going for a break in a few minutes. Then we'll have some highlights for you. We'll have some still action from the circuit. Then it'll be down to us in the pit lane. We are going to be on air for another hour, 1 hour in total. Half of that, half an hour will be down in the paddock. Then our next live stream, so that'll be finishing at 7:30 p.m. local time. We will be back on air at 9:30 p.m. local time, that is Central European time, until 11:30 p.m. We will then take a 1 hour break and we will be back for the all-important halfway point, the change of direction as the race reaches 15 hours. So we will be back at midnight until 1:30. Then we will have a break and leave the drivers to their own thoughts, because this is going out to the paddock and there will be sleeping drivers overnight. We are back on air at 8 a.m. local time tomorrow until 10 a.m. and we take our final break after 10 a.m. and then we are back at midday to give you the final 4 hours uninterrupted live.
Pues estaba explicando Henry cómo vamos a seguir procediendo con este streaming para que vosotros desde casa estéis atentos a las horas y al canal de YouTube. Básicamente estamos aquí, vamos a estar 1 horita más con el streaming. Cortaremos ahora y seguramente nos iremos a la parte del pit. Y después haremos un breve descanso hasta las 9:30. Ahí estaremos de 9:30 a 11:30. Igual tendremos un breve parón y a las 12:30 volveremos hasta la 1:30 para ver ese cambio de horario. Durante la noche, pues parte de la noche, como sabéis, nosotros, por fortuna, vamos a descansar unas horitas, solamente unas horitas. Y volveremos a las 8 con esa retransmisión por la mañana para ver qué ha pasado durante la noche, si ha cambiado algo, si ha ocurrido cualquier cosa. Ya sabéis, otros años ha llovido y de repente cuando hemos amanecido todo había cambiado dentro de la parrilla. Este año no se prevé grandes cambios porque la temperatura va a respetar estas 30 horas de endurance. Pero bueno, we will see, como dice aquí nuestro amigo Henry.
PF Racing, Christian Duvan lead and they extend their advantage over Level Up, Go-Kart Orella Cuesta and Juan Sanchez Gamez. The gap has grown to 33 seconds. That is the largest gap between first and second position, not during a pit stop cycle that we have had here so far this year. 21 hours and 26 minutes remain. Juan Sanchez Gamez is now 3 seconds in front of Loic Martin in kart number 11 for Iris Pro. 36 seconds separate the top 3. And moving back into play, just 4 seconds now behind the third place team In cart number 33 is Jose Maria Servian Vega for the Prime team. 4 carts separated within 40 seconds. The 5th place team, the last cart on the lead lap, and they are just on the lead lap. Victor Sparholt for Sally's Pro Racing. Sparholt is about 1 second away from being lapped by our race leader. So I wonder if we can maybe find cart number 30 on the cameras. I'm trying to see where the number 30 cart is. He's in the final sector of the lap now, Christian Duvan. And now Sally's Pro, that's the number 34 cart coming into the pit lane. It's not. We'll try and see where the number 30 cart is. And Christian Duvan is... we'll try and pick them up as they come out of the final corner. Well, regardless of whether we can find them on track, the race leader is closing in on... Now, Sally's Pro crosses the line. Now here comes the leader on the start-finish straight. So, going across the start-finish straight now into turn number 1 is our race leader. Sally's Pro, well, they're about 2.5 seconds away from being lapped. So they're not pressing the emergency button just yet, although they don't want to drive around with the leaders bearing down on them. They want a bit of safety and security staying on the lead lap. There is the number 46 team and the number 20 on your screens. The number 46 team is Track Limits by TFD, and they are, let me see where our Track Limits by, they are 33rd overall. LSK Motorsport are 23rd in cart number 20.
Pues estábamos viendo aquí en la retransmisión a nuestros chicos dentro del circuito ahora mismo, PC Racing, con Christian Dubón, que estaba ahí buscando Henry a ver por dónde estaba encabezando el circuito. Juan Sánchez también lo tenemos ahí en esta segunda posición con los chicos de Level Up GECO. En tercera posición, Eiris Pro, nuestros chicos están ahora mismo a unos segunditos, no llega al segundo de diferencia con esa primera y segunda posición. Los chicos de Salis muy cerquitas también dentro del circuito. En quinta posición tenemos ahí a Carlos con el dorsal 42, bueno, con el coche 42, lo podemos ver a una vuelta de diferencia aproximadamente de nuestra cabeza. Y acabábamos de ver que habían salido para hacer su cambio los chicos de Prime Team 4. Vamos a ver cómo remontan ahora dentro del circuito. De momento están en la posición número 6. Y bueno, nuestros Masters de Benny Karts en la quinta posición ahora mismo. Ahí están con Carlos Carrascosa. Sí, ahí está.
And the number 28 team are the next team in trouble. Well, the number 13 team are just racking up the penalties left, right and centre. They've got another 2-minute penalty. I think they have just thought to heck with the rules, and that's a real shame. They have to be careful, of course, if the race director thinks there is a team out there that is deliberately not obeying the rules, even if they're just having a joke amongst themselves, let's try and have as many penalties as possible. The race director does reserve the right to say, okay, you're not racing anymore. So that is a shame, but they're still out there, but they are a long, long way down Fuerza K. Push to pass Team number 28 in trouble. That is the NRG Igora Drive team. They'll have a 10-second penalty next time around.
Pues estábamos viendo aquí que de nuevo a fuerza acá nuestro equipo número 13, que van de momento en la posición 48. Les han penalizado con 2 minutos. Vemos ahí en pantalla esa penalización.
Well, we'll leave you and go for a short break. We'll have some highlights, some adverts, and some still camera shots coming up very shortly. PF Racing, Christian Duman, 35 seconds in front of Juan Sanchez Gamaz at Level Up Go-Kart Orella Cuesta. We'll be back down in the pit lane very shortly.
Pues nos vamos al pit, como veníamos anunciando antes, al pit lane. Así que en nada, en una parada súper breve, lo que tardamos en bajar, nos encontramos de nuevo al otro lado. Hasta ahora.
Fuerza, velocidad, estrategia. Equipos de todo el mundo se enfrentan en esta épica carrera. Bienvenidos a KartCenter Campillos. Bienvenidos a las 30 horas de Karting Campillos. Que comience el espectáculo.
Strength, speed, strategy. Teams from all over the world compete in this epic race. Welcome to KartCenter Campillos. Welcome to the 30 hours of karting Campillos. Let the show begin.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed that brief highlights package and some of the films that are made over the course of this event by our wonderful social media team, Antonio and the rest of the guys and girls who make the social media reels. We're underneath the arch here at Campillos. The sun is beginning to set and PF Racing maintain a 35-second lead.
Bueno, estamos aquí de nuevo, como veníamos diciendo, y nos hemos trasladado esta vez a este arco central que da la bienvenida al paddock de Karting Campillos de estas 30 horas.
Now, we'll have a little look. We started down at the near end of the paddock. This is the far end. Friends and family as well. Hello. You got English? Spanish? Hola, hola. Oh, come, and it's coming here. So, first of all,
¿De dónde eres tú?
De España,
¿Y con qué equipo vienes?
con de prueba.
Con Neo Pro. Ellos son de nuestros máster, ¿verdad?
No sé.
No lo saben, pero bueno, ¿lo estáis pasando bien aquí también?
Sí, muy bien.
Bueno, como veis, aquí dentro del paddock no solamente están los pilotos, también están sus familiares, ¿verdad?
Claro.
Y a ver, ¿quién tienes dentro del circuito?
A Juan Carlos Alba.
A Juan Carlos, ¿qué es, tu padre?
No, mi hermano.
Ah, tu hermano, tenemos a uno de los hermanos. Después le tienes que decir... Bueno, ¿lo estás pasando bien?
Sí, muy bien.
¿Y qué te parece? Dentro de un tiempo yo quiero verte ahí también dentro del circuito pilotando. Vamos a esperar un poquito, ¿no?
Sí.
Mientras tanto ellos se ponen las pilas aquí fuera con el patín con la bicicleta, que yo creo que a veces es casi más difícil que el karting ahí dentro, ¿verdad?
Pues sí, cuando se le pinche una rueda.
Claro, pero bueno, no pasa nada que no podamos aquí controlar. Pues aquí tenemos a uno de los hermanos de los pilotos que nos ha regalado un ratito. Muchas gracias.
De nada.
Okay, so, well now look, I'll tell you what, Vas Parat they're quite a ways down the order, one of the 18 teams from Spain here. They've got a proper old school pit board here. Let's have a chat with some of the team. Let's come in, the team leader. Come in. Well, I wouldn't put a T-shirt on. I think the karting mums would quite like to see. Sorry if that is Mrs. Team Leader, but
No, she's not.
Oh, she's not. No. Well, she's definitely not now. After that, so come and sign her there. Firstly, talk about introduce your team and how you're doing at the moment.
I mean, looking at the scoreboard, we're not doing good, but we're doing much better than last year. We're way quicker, that's good. The cars are quicker, that's for sure, so everyone's a bit quicker. The pace is better than last time. The average pace is good. We're having fun, so that's very nice. We're the only team running with 7 drivers.
Oh, wow.
We got a bit of extra rest.
Yes.
But even at the back, the race is fun, so good old days.
Good, excellent. In Spanish?
Pues nada, estamos pasando lo mejor que el año pasado, estamos siendo más rápidos, los cars, como podéis ver, son todos bastante más rápidos que el año pasado, y pese a ir 43, la verdad es que lo estamos pasando muy bien, y también en todos lados, tanto arriba como en medio y abajo, hay carrera divertida, y ahora veremos la noche, que también es divertida.
Bueno, decíamos precisamente antes en el directo que había mucha gente, mucho piloto dentro del circuito, pero que también había pilotos que venían un poquito más for fun. Me dices que estáis en el puesto 43, pero que lo estáis disfrutando.
Completamente. 42. Bueno, sí, además es el segundo año que venimos. El año pasado teníamos los antepenúltimos, pero bueno, de todos modos, pese de los rápidos, cuando se ponen delante también aprendes de ellos, así que nada, coger experiencia y pasarlo bien.
Y sobre todo imagino que disfrutando esas batallas que se forman, que uno coge su grupito con los que ir batallando durante esas 30 horas, ¿verdad?
Hombre, eso es lo mejor, coger un buen rebufo o un buen grupito y unirte a él e intentar sacar el mejor tiempo posible.
Pues bueno, segundo año que los tenemos por aquí y esperamos que el año que viene estén de nuevo.
Por descontado.
Muchas gracias.
A ti.
Muchas gracias indeed. KK Racing are the Vasparat's neighbours here in the paddock. Now they're the only British team who are in the Masters class. Now this is, you know, when you're getting on a little bit, you've got to set yourself a reminder. Nick Clifford, wake Nick Clifford up at 7:15. He is actually up. And he is up. Well, I tell you, so this is the team. This is Nick Clifford, Ash Clifford, Mr. Armstrong.
He's on the track.
Mr. Armstrong is on the track, and this is the driver with the old school Talco race scoots that we spoke with last year. This would be, just checking my name, Adam Norton. First of all, well, come this way, because you've got your strategist there. Old school, you can tell they're masters. Old school piece of paper like that. How
you do not see these very often.
and a stopwatch.
You can't
Just
buy
don't cheat any.
These are €6 on Amazon, and they are perfect. You can go and have a beer. You can look at the times, keep a check.
Exactly. So you've come back.
We've come back.
You come back. Why?
We came back because we love it. We didn't get a place. Our team manager from last year didn't reply to the email, so we didn't get a place. So it was only about a month ago that we got an email saying, do you want to come and race? These guys said yes, so we're back. We'd booked in for Gran Canaria in December anyway.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be a bit of a test.
That's Gran Canaria, the track, not Gran Canaria just for a lad's holiday.
Yeah, this is Gran Canaria, the track, Sodi World Series 24-hour.
The Sodi World Series 24-hour. Now, Gran Canaria, that was a track that hosted the grand finals in Rotax a long time ago, I believe. How difficult was it to maybe convince, I don't know, your partners and wives that going karting in Gran Canaria in December, it's really need to do it?
Well, we do need to do it, and when they come along as well.
Oh, you invited them. Smart.
See, we learn, don't we? So yeah, so two of us are bringing our wives along, and yeah, it's a holiday, isn't it? What's it going to be? 0 degrees in England, so we get to go on holiday, we get to go karting. It's a win-win all round, really, isn't it?
No problems. How are you doing at the moment?
Better than expected, maybe. So we started mid-40s, and I think we are late 30s-ish now.
Oh, 39th overall. There we go. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, could be better. Try harder next time. Just 2 tenths, isn't it? 2 tenths, that's all we need.
And just, we say hello to our wives back home. And don't worry, the girlfriends aren't coming to Gran Canaria with you.
No, so my wife is here. So hi, Bridie. Hi, Marnie, who's here. My boy Wyatt's at home. You guys?
He's eating some sort of pastry. This is.
I'm watching my little girl's Poppy and Mila. So Daddy's doing good.
Daddy's doing okay. And Uncle, I take it your brother Nick is awake somewhere.
Here he is.
Oh, you're here. You're having breakfast.
Yep, having some breakfast.
Excellent. Well, 39th at the moment. We'll hope for better later on. Cheers, guys.
Bueno, Henry aquí entrevistaba a nuestros chicos de KK Racing, explicándonos también que se estaban preparando y estaban aprovechando estas 30 horas de endurance porque tienen las 24 horas que se hacen desde Sodi, ¿verdad? En Gran Canaria. Y preguntaba aquí Henry, el amigo, que cómo pueden llevar este ritmo de carreras, que qué les dicen sus familiares, etcétera. Pero es que no hay problema, Henry, porque aquí esto se vive en familia y aprovecha pues, muy inteligentemente para irse todos con sus parejas a Gran Canaria a disfrutar de unas vacaciones en diciembre y aparte de hacer lo que más les gusta, coger el karting.
Now, off camera, there are 3 young drivers over there that are nervous looking. Come this way. Come this way. And you two.
Creo que no tienen problemas en venirse aquí con nosotros.
They're saying, oh, look, I don't speak English, so I don't have to do an interview.
Pero no pasa
Chrissy,
nada.
can interview. Who are we all? Names.
Eso sí lo entienden, eso sí lo entienden.
Gorka.
Gorka?
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo?
José Carlos.
Jose Carlo. Okay. Are you racers as well?
¿Sois corredores?
No.
No? No?
No.
Why are you here?
¿Por qué estáis aquí?
¿Cómo se dice ver la carrera?
Para ver las carreras, to watch everything.
Igual, lo mismo.
Just to watch.
Para verla.
Okay, fair enough. So the spectators have come down. Do you know any of the teams and the drivers here?
¿Conocéis alguno de los equipos que tenemos por aquí?
No? But no?
Pero sí conozco a Jeremy Reus.
Conocen al más importante, Henry. They know
¿Qué hay? El mejor que hay.
the best
Jeremy
driver.
RV.
Yes.
Mi bro.
En my class.
Okay, so Martin Roivers, who owns the circuit, his son Jeremy is the pace car driver. Jeremy is one of Spain's leading junior Rotax drivers. He races all over the place, and then in a couple of weeks' time, there is the final round of the Spanish Championship. The winner gets to go to represent Spain in the Rotax Grand Finals in Bahrain this year. And so you are Jeremy's hombre, yeah?
Que conocéis a Jeremy, obviamente, pues claro. Explicaba Henry que Jeremy es uno de los mejores pilotos que tenemos en España. Campeón subcampeón este año del Rotax, lo hizo, es increíble, y él es el hijo de Martin Rivers, que es el dueño del circuito de Karting Campillos. Y bueno, este chico que tiene una proyección increíble, que es Jeremy, ya todos lo conocemos también desde casa. ¿Por qué? Pues porque es el chico que se encarga de llevar a nuestros pilotos en el safety car, el encargado de abrir, de cerrar y de, por supuesto, hacer el cambio que vamos a tener dentro de unas horitas, de ese cambio de sentido. Y estos personajes que tenemos aquí con nosotros, pues ¿quiénes son? Sus compañeros de clase y sus fans, por supuesto, espero que también. Vaya, ¿qué me decís?
Que es el mejor del mundo.
Okay, so we're gonna, before we leave you, we're gonna look into that camera and we're gonna give our best "Go Jeremy Roivers" chant. Okay, so this is your chance. Ready? On three.
Es el mejor del mundo mirando a cámara.
Unos, dos, tres.
Jeremy, te queremos mucho, eres el mejor. Buena suerte y vas a ser el campeón del mundo.
There we go, there we go. Thank you, gentlemen. Enjoy your evening. Don't nick anything. Right, let's go and see Belarus. Let's go and see Belarus WRW and WRW Sport. I've got to say, very smart indeed. Very smart indeed. First of all, how are you doing?
For now we are going quite good, especially this stint we are really doing one of the best times on the lap. Probably a very good kart, that's it. We are a bit less skilled than the top teams, but we are aiming to strive further, and yeah, interesting.
And it seems very relaxed here. Everyone is chilled, you know. What I think we need to have a competition for the best sort of team outfits, because we'll speak to Ennio Masters because they've got some great race suits. But Mark, out of 10, Christy, for the team.
Bueno,
kit?
Henry está explicando aquí que os habréis percatado desde casa que en general este año nuestros pilotos vienen muy bien customizados, con esa ropa que se hace especial para venirse aquí a las 30 horas de Karting Campillos. Y aquí vemos a uno de los chicos de WRW, que por favor, no puede estar mejor esa camiseta que se han hecho ellos, cada uno con sus nombres de piloto detrás en la parte trasera. Very smart.
Very smart indeed.
I'm very glad that you liked it.
Do you know, where are you at the moment? You've got two teams, WRW and WRW Sports. What position?
We are around 20-something with the first team and around 30 with the second team. Yeah, so in the middle, right now in the middle, but we will see what will go. Hope we will go further.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think they're smart, but Christy, the next team may just be a little bit smarter because they've had race suits designed just for this race, haven't they? Let's go over here.
Vamos a explicar a nuestros telespectadores desde casa. Explicaban que están más o menos en la mitad de la parrilla y que están muy contentos, obviamente. Hacían hincapié en que quizás han tenido suerte con los karts. Ya son varios los cosa viene también por ahí. Y ahora sí, vamos, decía Henry que quería visitar a unos chicos que se han hecho ropa especialmente para venir a las 30 horas de Karting Campillos.
Yes, and Andy Liu is over here. He's the man who he's just escaping, and is he going to the bin? He's going to the bin. There we go. Good. Doesn't leave little Andy. Come this way. First things first. Neo Masters by Ares Racing. Where are you in Masters? Top 3 in Masters?
I think now we are top 3, yeah? Number 2, I think. Yeah.
Oh, number 2 in Masters. Now, we've got one of your race suits over by there. Would you like to go and get it so we can be deciding on who is the smartest looking team here in Masters? And so it's
As request by Ferrari had to put a logo on.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, you raced Ferrari. Last year, you were racing Ferraris. One of your teammates that we spoke to earlier said, I think he races a Porsche now. That's not true, is it?
Well, it was true. Last year, I raced Porsche GT, yes.
Ah, okay.
So I raced Ferrari and Porsche.
Well, I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, if you had a choice, you would race a Ferrari and a Porsche, wouldn't you, Christy?
I will try to do it as well.
Yeah. Chuck in a Lamborghini while we're at it. No. So Ferrari requested this.
They're not request because they know I'm racing. So last time I was racing also in one of the car endurance race, but I was had the Porsche logo on. So they saw it.
Oh.
Then they say, yeah, please.
That seems fair. Hey, it shows, even though this is rental kart racing, you never know who is watching and who might be looking for some talent.
Absolutely. Actually, for this year, originally I have 2 Le Mans winners coming to join the team.
Which 2?
Yeah, Ye Yifei. He won Le Mans.
Okay, yes, Ye Yifei.
Yeah,
yes.
This year. And also Yannick New, and then he was racing with Porsche.
Okay, yes.
In 17-18, so Porsche and Ferrari winner is supposed to join me this year. But Ye Yifei, he was too young, so he not qualified for the age for.
Yes, Ye Yifei. You got in the Masters. You got
22.
He's only 22, you know. But hey, how amazing is it that you are able to come here to do this? And you obviously race at a very high level. It's a passion for you, but still to come here and have fun, but bring the same level of professionalism to everything about the team.
I think firstly, the passion, I think, is the same. Absolutely the same. We all love racing. We all play fair, play respect, and work as a team. I think that share absolutely the same spirit. That's most important. And secondly, I would say the level here is very high. Yeah. Very, very high.
A lot of people have been saying the same. So, give us one final look at the full race suits. The Belarusians have got quite smart team wear, but there we go. It's got elements of the Red Bull sort of logo, the red font, the Red Bull typeface. They're using the same font. The Ferrari badge. I think this is very, very smart. The smartest one so far out of everyone we've seen, Christy.
Bueno, está explicándonos aquí Henry cómo han hecho este año sus propios monos. ¿Cómo veis con el logo de Ferrari, con el logo de Red Bull? Obviamente no son los logos oficiales, pero jolines, esto es una pasada y una maravilla lo que tenéis aquí, lo que habéis conseguido. También han estado hablando pues de cómo han conformado este equipo los chicos de Neomaster, y habla Andrew Liu de la pasión que comparten los 4 por el karting, y también sobre todo de que al final el nivel es alto y el nivel acompaña tanto al equipo como lo que hay dentro del circuito en general con el resto de equipos, y así están divirtiéndose y siendo los segundos de momento.
Thank you very much, Andy. We will move on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
P2 in the Masters division. Karts continue to lead the Masters division. Now, here are
can I just say one thing? Number one, I'm British, however I am Welsh. The English are here. Now, let's contrast, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Belarusia, beautifully tidy pit lane. Switzerland,
Hola.
Switzerland, obviously it's going to be spotless, look at that. England. Oh dear, right. We will come and have a... I tell you what, when you lot have cleared up your area a little bit, we'll come in and have a... They're already blaming each other as well. Shocking behaviour. Absolutely shocking behaviour. Let's go and see Denmark
Bueno,
instead.
Henry estaba aquí sacando los colores a su gente, a sus paisanos, ¿no? Porque cómo está esas instalaciones, esa tienda, pues llena de cositas para arriba y para abajo para que se note un poco esos cambios culturales, la verdad. Pero bueno, nos podemos ir a otra tienda que no está nada mal, que está muy organizada, pero no veo por ahí a ninguno de nuestros chicos, así que vamos a seguir.
We've got 4 teams from Denmark. We've got Ising Pro Racing, Team Stark, again, apart from the pair of pants on the side of the chair, spotless area. Here we go, Sally's Old Boys now. Oh, hello. A massage table.
No, ¿en
And a
serio?
masseuse. They can't have they brought you in just for this? No, speaking español.
Sí, español. Mejor, no pasa nada, vente conmigo.
Even better, Christy. I want to know, have they brought...
Mejor, conmigo. Bueno, estábamos aquí flipando porque nos hemos venido a la zona de los chicos de Salis, a nuestros daneses, y de repente hemos visto que tienen esta camilla. ¿Por qué? Pues porque me da a mí que nuestros daneses están contando con los servicios aquí de... ¿Cómo es tu nombre?
Carolina.
Carolina, no me digas que te tienen aquí cogida por banda para que descenses a estos chicos.
Sí, la verdad que son súper respetuosos, son un amor. Sí, me siento súper cómoda.
Hay que decir que los chicos de Salis son ya unos veteranos aquí con nosotros en Karting Campillos, que anoche lo dieron todo en esa fiesta de bienvenida, eran los más animados, estuvieron pasándoselo muy bien, bailaron, lo dieron todo, pero ahora también lo están dando todo dentro de la pista. No son los más jóvenes del circuito y obviamente yo creo que eso se nota a la hora de estar 30 horas de carrera de endurance, y creo que han sido muy listos y entre todos han dicho, pues vamos a coger aquí a Carolina que nos ayude a no estar tiesos para poder continuar con esas 30 horas. Juegan con ventaja teniéndote a ti, ¿eh?
Sí, además están muy atentos de que esté comiendo, de que esté ahí bien hidratada, todo. Son unos genios.
Pues estos genios, como nos dice Carolina, yo creo que han superado. El año pasado el equipo de Alemania veíamos que tenían una pata de jamón, pero yo sinceramente, a ver, también es cierto que aquí tenemos jamón bueno casi a demanda siempre, pero yo me parece a mí que me voy a afiliar al equipo de Salis y me voy a hacer amiga de Carolina, que después de estar todo el día escalera para arriba y para abajo con el streaming, lo mismo el cuellecillo, alguna ayuda podemos pedir, ¿no?
Los espero después si quieren volver, darles una vuelta para acá.
Pardon? What's this?
I am with the negotiation about the business that we can do with Carolina.
Yes, we can. There are an awful lot of very sore, tired and achy people here.
Y bueno, Henry, te voy a cortar un segundo porque ya tengo curiosidad. Carolina, ¿tú es la primera vez que pisas Karting Campillos?
Sí.
¿Y cómo estás viviendo esto? Porque yo el año pasado fui novata y fue como, Dios mío, la que tienen aquí liada. ¿Cómo lo estás viviendo tú, que eres novata también dentro del karting?
Estoy como mirando todo, así sin pestañear.
La verdad es que es para flipar todo lo que aquí se organiza, sí, muy cinematográfico, la verdad.
Sí, la verdad que sí. La verdad que
we can make some money on the side here as well. Gracias.
Bueno, adiós, muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, Carolina.
Again, but it shows that the teams think of everything, especially the Masters teams, where the majority of drivers are over the age of 40. But, you know, they've come from Denmark, which is quite a ways to travel. How about if you've come all the way from Peru? Let's go and speak to Team Peru over here now. They're running just probably inside the top 40. Harold Watson.
No sé si os podemos hacer una pequeña entrevista.
Harold, we'll come inside here because there's a bin by there with lots of wasps.
inside,
so
the
we'll come
Peru
inside
team.
here. Peru is our home. So first things first. Harold, I've known you for a long time. We have raced together in. I have commentated on you all over the world. My team in the Bahamas went up against your team at the FIA Games. Why did you decide to come to Campillos?
Wow. First is Martin. Is
Obviously a young driver that you're coaching?
Yeah, but now Andres is the first driver. It's very, very, very fast. Remember the last 1 hour? He's
yes.
best lap.
Okay, so even though Team Peru are a little bit down the order, Andreas Cardenas was saying he was lapping quicker than the race leader.
Yeah, indeed. No, for sure. It's of course a very good experience. It's our first time as a team enter a race of any sort. So yeah, we're learning each lap we get. Of course, I'm very grateful for this, and yeah, for sure we will keep pushing for the next 20 hours.
Talk about endurance racing in Peru. How big is it when you race at home?
It's not bad. Okay, it's not bad. The level is good level, but no, Europe is better. Yeah. Next year for me, race on the 4 rounds the Europe Trophy, the Rotax.
Yes.
On Le Mans. For more.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. In my opinion as well, there's. People are learning Peru still the ropes of karting, let's say, but here the drivers are very good, very fast. They have this amazing pace all throughout the race and a lot of experience. So for us, first time and everything, it's a great challenge. But yeah. Good.
And sorry, Chrissy, I was going to ask.
Sí, just to translate to Spanish viewers.
Sorry, forgot about. Sorry.
Bueno, aquí estaba Henry presentando al equipo de Perú, preguntando pues por qué se habían animado a venir a Karting Campillos, y es porque al final Martin Rivers, que también participa con Jeremy en esos eventos internacionales, este verano han acogido aquí también el Mundial de Saudi World Series, entonces al final es un centro de karting muy conocido. Imagino que por ahí os habéis decidido a venir con nosotros a probar las 30 horas de endurance.
Aparte de eso, Martín y Estefanía son muy amigos nuestros de ya varios años. Jeremy también, somos hinchas de Jeremy en todas sus competencias. Entonces, esto estaba pendiente, lo teníamos como checklist de
vuestro Team Perú.
De vuestro Team Perú. Armamos un equipo, esta es la primera vez que venimos, no va a ser la última. Así que aquí nos van a tener, el evento es espectacular.
Bueno, ya lo estáis viviendo vosotros. Es verdad que en casa lo podéis ver a través de las redes sociales, pero lo que se vive aquí hay que vivirlo si te gusta el karting de alquiler y cómo está todo organizado, el nivel de los corredores, el nivel de organización que hay. Todo fluye, pero realmente porque hay un trabajo previo muy grande por parte de Martín, de Estefanía y de todo su equipo. Y bueno, no sé las veces que habéis podido entrenar dentro del circuito de Karting Campillos, pero ¿cómo lo estáis viviendo ahora directamente en la competencia?
No, claro, o sea, como ya te mencionó, justamente Jare, nuestra primera vez, ¿no? Siempre es un gran reto venir de frente a un kart que no conoces, ni un circuito que, no conoces, ¿no? Por lo cual es siempre tenemos que tener esa capacidad de adaptarnos y nada, yo creo que es un gran reto, pero muy divertido.
¿Pudisteis coger los entrenos?
Sí, ya cogimos el entreno el jueves, viernes.
Imagino que os ha ayudado para preparar la estrategia de esta noche a la hora de hacer los cambios, ¿no?
I think we're going to have to leave you because you have to make a driver change. I have one more question.
Yeah.
Last question. How long did it take you to get from Peru to Campillos? How many hours?
12 hours.
A 12-hour flight. That's not too... Well, it's a long flight.
Yeah, a very, very long flight.
But it's been worth it?
Okay, Peru and Madrid is 12 hours, okay? but the Madrid driver here is 5.
Okay, okay, fair enough. Thank you very much, Team Peru. So we'll squeeze out here. That's a 12-hour flight to Madrid and a 5-hour drive here. Gracias, gracias.
Bueno, es increíble que al final las 30 horas de Karting Campillos mueva hasta un equipo, como acabamos de ver, desde Perú. 17 horas para llegar en total, aproximadamente, seguramente 17-18 horas, 17 hours, maybe 18 to arrive here, pero merece la pena porque al final, si te gusta el karting de alquiler, no vas a encontrar un circuito mejor que el de Karting Campillos, no vas a encontrar un nivel de participantes como el que tenemos aquí con auténticos campeones mundiales, y al final te pone a prueba y te da esa adrenalina para superar esas 30 horas de endurance.
Now, we've been speaking to a lot of teams, having a great time, but they're not competing for the victory. We've got two teams here, Prime Team 4 and Sally's Pro, who are in with a shout. In fact, let's go and see Prime Team because they are in the top 4, and when we left the commentary box, they were within 40 seconds of the race leaders. And already we're saying that we don't speak English, but that's okay.
They are right now in the pit stop, all the team.
Right.
We have here the
strategist.
Richie López father, that is está el padre de Richie López, muy atento como siempre, acompañándole en todas sus carreras, haciendo esas estrategias. También tenemos ahí a otro de los miembros que están, pues eso, preparando esa parte de detrás. Los chicos están ahora mismo en el pit stop, aunque ya los cogeremos por banda para que nos cuenten qué tal, cómo lo están viviendo. Sí que tenemos, creo, a algunos de los chicos de Sally's.
Vamos go con ellos. Sally's Pro, and we'll grab the Prime Team when they come back from their pit stop. Now, if one of the leaders are pitting, that means that the other leaders are all thinking about their pit stops as well. Now, since we've been out here, PF Racing, they have maintained a 35-second lead over Level Up, Go-Kart Orilla Cuesta. Sally's Pro are actually now in 5th position, ahead of Prime Team, but Prime Team have just made their 9th pit stop. Sally's Pro are about to make their 9th pit stop. Let's speak to Victor Sparholt. Are you about to get into the kart, Victor?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay, well we haven't got very long anyway. You started the race for Sally's, you've been up and down, I think you've led a couple of laps, or you've been second for a couple of laps. How is the race going?
It went quite well until the last stint. Our radio died and we went 1 lap too far, so we have a 2-minute penalty now.
Oh, how long did you stay out for?
One extra lap.
1 extra lap, so it was like...
Yeah, 1 minute.
Oh, and that was because the radio died?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, we did see, I think PLK Endurance, they also had a 2-minute penalty. Does that leave you just at the bottom end of the top 10?
I think we're gonna come out in around P11 or so.
Oh dear.
Yeah, not good.
20 hours to go. You know, that's a long time. Is it possible
to get a top 5 now?
Yes.
Maybe. Some good cards, maybe.
With some good cards. I mean, how it's now down. You've got to, you've got to keep the energy levels up, haven't you?
For me, it's not too bad. I think I'm getting out at around midnight, and then I sleep till like 6 in the morning.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. That's too bad. Just goes to show. Thank you very much, Victor. Good luck.
Thank you. Bueno, nos contaba aquí nuestro chico de Sally's que lamentablemente han sufrido penalización dentro de la pista y van a tener un minuto de penalización.
Just one lap, that's all it took.
Una vuelta. Cosas que pasan. Nos despistamos un poquito, la radio ha dejado de funcionar, pues un minuto de penalización para ellos.
So there's one of the top 5 now in trouble, not out of contention, but their life has got a lot harder. We're going to leave you now. Here is a quick rundown. PF Racing leading by 36 seconds over Level Up, Go-Kart Orella Cuesta. Iris Pro are 3 seconds behind Level Up in 3rd position, 39 seconds off the lead, and in 4th position at the moment, but they haven't made their next stop as this team, Sally's Pro, they're 1 minute 17 off the lead at the moment. That is going to become 3 minutes 17 when they serve that penalty.
Pues veíamos cómo estaba ahora mismo esa parrilla, ese leaderboard. Tenemos a PF Racing en primer lugar, sacándole 35 segundos los chicos de Level GCO, y detrás de ellos 3 segunditos a Iris Pro en tercer lugar. Los chicos de Salis están de momento en cuarta posición. Vamos a ver con esta penalización cómo se queda la parrilla. Y bueno, seguidos en quinta posición Ben y Kart, que son los primeros de los Masters.
We will see you in 2 hours' time when the floodlights have come on, the sun has set and the moon will be out. See you in 2 hours.
Pues sí, nos vemos en 2 horas y de momento nosotros nos vamos a disfrutar de este bonito atardecer que tenemos aquí. Así que en 2 horitas estamos de vuelta con vosotros.
En KartCenter Campillos se forjan verdaderas leyendas. Tú puedes ser una de ellas de la mano de nuestros servicios. Podrás prepararte con el mejor equipamiento de protección y un equipo mecánico listo para darte la mejor experiencia. Siéntete como un verdadero piloto de élite. Prepárate para pisar el acelerador y dejar atrás todo lo demás. La emoción es real. El tiempo lo marcas tú. El asfalto te llama. La pista te desafía. Supérate en un circuito único. ¿Estás listo para sentir la velocidad? Es tu oportunidad para demostrar lo que vales. Es tu oportunidad para ser el rey de la pista.